Hiko wants to throw down that bomb, buddy. Has to throw out the satchels instead. The wall comes up. Marv gets picked off in the back, or picks off Pride in the back of sight. Excuse me. The nade's going to come down. It's a little bit too late, so the spike will be planted on the A site.
And that was unfortunate timing there from Hiko, who was just about to throw out that boom bot to get the information, and then Pride got knocked out of position. But a quick flank down bathrooms, and then taking over site. Hiko's still there, but no, not going to be able to convert on Def. Still two players making their way out on the site, but a large crossfire down short. Def will find one, possibly the last one, but they know where he is. It's just one more. Your boy Dre still finds his way back.
On. Marv has a push coming in his direction. It's got the Bulldog in hand. That's not exactly the ideal weapon for what's coming his way, so only gets one. Valiant converts on the trade, and now Hiko's going to go ahead and upgrade to the rifle.
Corey by himself in the bathroom. He's really pinched from all sides. There's four players, two from either way, and Hiko will make quick work of Corey, but they've got the B sites. But they do have now two weapons where they can make this work, but we see already FaZe clan pushing way deep into the defender's spawn, so if they do try to make this approach, it's going to be difficult, coming from two ways. One, hookah, and the other spawn as Def defends. One and probably two quickly, although not even... Okay, it is the Bulldog on the other side of Hiko. He's playing very close and careful. Someone will start fighting the other side, and yes, Hiko does make it work, and they're making this very, very expensive now as Venerated makes his way through hookah too.
Venerated now on that flank to go aggro, taking advantage of the fact that they brought this off into play. Not sure they anticipate for the push to come his way. Smokes are coming out. Here comes the push from Def to try and move closer and closer to the site. Spotting is going to be Valiant. That initiates the push forward. Venerated does get the trade back, but not after losing your boy Dre. Inside the site, Venerated is going to go down. A quick trade coming out yet again as Pride picks off Marv. Def over top of the tuna can, brings it down to a 2-on-1. You've got Hiko now, the clutch master. Exactly the god of Counter-Strike coming over to Valorant. Spotted out by the Cypher ult. The Neural Theft going to give away the position. There are some nades here for Hiko to chuck out towards the site down. Bank one down close just in case someone's playing there. Peeks out as the nades start to pop, using that as a bit of visual cover. But now the clock getting lower and lower. Now spotted as well in this corner. It's getting almost impossible for Hiko to get back into the site. 52 HP, drops the satchel down. Still looking for that player. Tries to charge out with the satchel.
Have something coming to him.
Marv is going to be the tip of that spear, driving in towards U-Haul. The defense backing off a bit. There are three players playing defense. Marv is going to catch Pride, who is just on the edge of that ice. Marv trying to get closer. There's the satchel coming out. Nice damage coming in from Hiko off the satchel. Your boy Dre gets the trade onto Marv. Going to go for the self-heal after picking up the Phantom. Stuck now in the U-Haul, but has the res available should they decide to go for it. Wall's going to come up, and that puts your boy Dre into a difficult position. Has to go out the other side, and they're going to be waiting for him potentially. The Cypher are going to drop inside the site. That's Valiant going down. Psalm now coming around the corner. And at least there's some...
Make this approach again. A counter onto Venerated. They might be able to find something. Corey also with a showstopper through. Yes, Psalm connects on a Valiant. But a trade in. An Orbital Strike 2. Ultimates on this fourth round. So good, and they've completely destroyed 100 Thieves coming in this site.
So many ults pump to try to gain access to the site. They've still got one on the defensive side. Hiko has the showstopper. The rocket can come out if needed. It's a 2-on-3, so despite all of that utility use over on B, they're still at only a one-man advantage. But a lot of slows and mollies and things firing out towards spawn to keep them at bay for the time being. Corey has his angle over top of the tuna can. Doesn't even need it. It's Psalm to pick off the last two. That's 3 on the round.
Oh, very strong. And then ending up falling in their last match. This time Zachary is going to be able to fight against Venerated, but there's more coming. He gets 2 and a 3rd onto your boy Dre. An anti-eco that's easy for Zachary to clean up. And now they just have to make the right decisions and walk together, as there's only 2 members of 100 Thieves.
So well throughout the group stage. They ended up dropping to Cloud9. It was a game we didn't see any of, but I'm curious how things went just because that map had little implication on the standings. FaZe Clan had already made it through from the groups. So it was a little bit bizarre. I would have liked to see the game just to see how things went down. Yeah, the final map was a 13-1. It was just really strange in general. Here, it's just going to be pistols for the remaining players. They're setting up exits, just trying to maybe find somebody. And Marv is actually going on the hunt for the Phantom as well. Going back towards the Wishbone and Spawn. Not able to crack it as Hiko is there with the Ghost. Backup from Valiant with the Sheriff. Missed shot from the Sheriff. puts everything on Hiko to draw a little bit more blood.
In around, like you said, they have that bang. Another aggressive push. Psalm will start off though, and they're ready to swing. As your boy Dre does respond finally though, they might have a bit of room here as they even get the resurrect on the Valiant, forces it to a 2v4. Corey trying to make his way out. No, missing the satchel charge too. And things are looking difficult for the first time in this game. For the first time for FaZe Clan, they have to be in a man-down situation.
It's about time, though. This is like we were saying, 100 Thieves, they desperately needed to figure something out, find a solution, and stop the bleeding. And right now, they've done a decent job of that. They've brought it down to 2. Both players now coming through the showers. It's the Raze and the Cypher. They do have the Spike, and they've got time as well. 55 seconds left on the round. Plenty of time to work their way in. Pride is in position. Sitting back behind the APC will likely be the first one to make contact. Has the ult available as well, so goes for it. Drops the orbital strike on the showers. That forces Corey to flush himself out of the showers using the satchel to boost his way past. There's the quick trade coming out after Corey picked off Pride. Valiant was there. It's all up to Def, who's here with the operator. Again, coming through from the showers. You've got the Sage backside. And there it is. Your boy Dre just gone to the double op setup. So a bit of a gamble here, an expensive round. Nice shot from Venerated, though, as Corey goes for the jiggle peek. Wasn't anticipating that player being there. I don't think they're going to expect the second off either. There's your boy Dre delivering. And again, they've got themselves an advantage. Make it a 3-player advantage as your boy Dre continues to pop off. Gets spotted through the wall. Connects on the shot, but it's not a fatal blow. 49 HP remaining for the Sage. A self-heal could come in if necessary, and there it is. You've now got Zachary going high on the wall, using verticality to their advantage. And they do have the res available as well for Zachary, but they've already got players coming through on the flank. You see Hiko is already in spawn, coming around on the backside of this play, trying to prevent them from being able to go anywhere, but dealing with the Cypher hardware that's been laid down, preventing the rotate.
The lurk from Hiko should be able to put this nail in the coffin. As they have 4 players holding on the B, they're stuck in their positions. 15 seconds. I think they're already deciding they don't want to pressure more into this round. They're going to hold positions, but Hiko could strike. And a recon bolt also spots the Sova player at the top of long. And maybe they can get the guns down, but I don't even think that 100 Thieves really wants to challenge that. As you said, the bank for FaZe is very high. They don't necessarily...
Into the belly of the brim. Nope, doesn't land. You've still got your boy Dre here on site. Now this gets a little bit awkward. You've got double op on the site. Wall's going to go down on long just to force them all into one position, funnel them through into hookah. Venerated trying to go in the backside of site, and this is a much stronger position here with the op. So you're going to have the op here, and you're going to have the op over towards the corner, but there's the ult coming out. The rocket comes in and delivers. Corey with the showstopper finding 2. Def is also going to pick off Pride. How quickly the defense crumbles on this B site.
Venerated's still here, though, and he picks up 1. He's already out on the site. He has to wait for Hiko. He has to buy the time for Hiko with the big flank, and it's not going to be that. Marv will pick him off with neural theft, and they know that Hiko's...
100 Thieves. Gotta wake up. Surrendering a hefty chunk of rounds over to FaZe, as again, we see FaZe targeting this A site. Smokes come down. The showstopper's been popped by Hiko. Only 1 there as Hiko gets trapped in the corner. Corey and Zachary connecting. Here comes the Hunter's Fury out from Venerated over towards spawn. A couple of pings as the shock does go through the wall and deliver some damage, but the spike will be planted as the site's been lost. It's going to be a 3-on-4 retake. Venerated still here with that operator, connecting onto Marv. Psalm moving into the U-Haul after the dart gives away nothing. Shock dart into the corner by Venerated. A follow-up as well. It's down to just 1. A great retake coming in from 100 Thieves as you've got Psalm locked in over toward the U-Haul. The spike not planted for him either. It's played towards the default position, so he has to swing wide, and Venerated is there with the punch. You've still got Valiate here, who's dealing with these players, leaping around over on short. Nade's going to go out towards the back corner of site. Valiant has to strike from inside U-Haul. Here comes the push down. Wall's going to go out. Hiko gets picked off over the top. The tripwire's going to fall, but Valiant is there, and here's the Hunter's Fury, and that just makes things oh so difficult for Valiant as Zachary actually hits that last shot with the operator. Again, numbers advantage here for FaZe, but turn that back around. Hiko gets rezzed, but in that time, your boy Dre, the person responsible for bringing him back into the fold, taken out by Def, who's lurking inside the showers. Hiko now trying to make that resurrection worth it. There's one spotted over towards U-Haul. That's Zachary the Opera. Hiko pushes forward, takes out his former Counter-Strike counterpart as they push closer and closer towards that spike. Zachary's going to find one more, bringing it down to 2. Now just 1. You've got the Sova isolated and alone. It's venerated with the op, and he decides to back off and count his losses. It will be an 8th round for FaZe Clan as 100 Thieves yet again
hotly picked here in North America pretty much every single game.
Getting aggressive right now in mid is your boy Dre. Again, he's been the top performer for 100 Thieves. It's not even close to anyone else on the team. Depth moving in towards the site. Knows there's one up in Hookah. Is he prepared for the second target? There's a cyber cage that goes down. Depth's going to actually go up inside the cyber cage, trying to get an angle to spray down through the wall. The spike still hasn't actually gone out onto the site yet. It was actually over towards long a little bit more. They haven't dedicated towards that plant. Marv is going to lay down the smokes. There's still 2 chilling right now inside Hookah as they send out some intel towards the site with some shock darts and recon darts. Nothing connects. Def is going to drop venerated. So it's down to a 3-on-3. Your boy Dre up on top of the wall. Spots one over in Cubby. It's a free kill onto Marv. There's one inside Tudican. Great damage coming out, but Def comes out on top of the exchange, bringing things to a 2-on-2. Zachary there with the shot as well. It's all down to your boy Dre, the top performer, trying to prevent the 9-3 half. The res comes in from Zachary over on long. Further towards the site is your boy Dre. At least drops 1. Here's the showstopper coming out. Doesn't even matter. It's a moot point.
And they're already up long.
Yeah, here they go in, and Corey is there just stomping it. Pride does at least get 1 as they come through, but my goodness, this is just about as bad as it could possibly go. Hiko alone.
Jeez.
Corey with a 4.
That barrier orb went down from behind the site, but it is a push up short right now. Possibly a wall going down or some smokes to make this difficult. Corey will satchel away and even possibly get some damage. Spike not even done yet, but they're now trading U-Haul. It's Marved out the side. They do get 2 picks though, possibly 2 weapons. No, Def is here to recover them, and he's here to push out to possibly even get the spike. If they don't get the spike down, that's not even the credits that they might have been accruing, but there's actually a 2v2. Challenging Def was not the right move. Possibly had to. They essentially had to, because he was going to stop the spike. Now 1 versus 1, 22 HP. They might have just done it, actually. Valiant with 22 HP against the Sage player on the other side. It's Zachary, and he's coming through. Right, playing up on it. Smoke's going to go through, and a big peek from Def by himself. Will get traded instantly. Saw him still down. U-Haul will find 1, but gets traded. And now we just have the Raze player here. They'll wall him off, slow him off, and they do have the site now.
All right, well, a little bit of success here for 100 Thieves as they get that spike planted on the site. Corey, the opposing Raze, potentially about to duke it out with Hiko, who's currently in the showers. The smoke's going to go down, eliminating that threat. Corey goes wide. Pride is there to find 2. Great performance from Pride, who struggled in that first half. Your boy Dre will get the 5. But at that point, they'll be buying at an 11-5 scoreline. I don't think they're too worried about that.
FaZe Clan just has so much buffer. 9 match points is what 100 Thieves, or 9 rounds is what they need to get all over. If they lose 1, it will be match point for FaZe Clan, and all have to be through. Chance of losing. Hiko will get Marved, and again, it's just pistols on the other side, so it shouldn't be too terrible. They have the A site now for free, but they're gonna still be careful, clear everything. As we know, though, they don't have to worry about anything. And with this, if they find out that information, they could really position themselves well. But it might just be exit frags that FaZe Clan is looking for. As you mentioned, the economy is definitely something that 100 Thieves needs to be keeping in mind and keeping high so that they can start building that bank that we talked about in the first half for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, one of the most important things for them is going to be surviving these anti-eco rounds with at least 3 players surviving, but ideally all 5. They need to start building up money so that if FaZe hits that magic number 12 to guarantee overtime, they aren't broke in the round that follows. Hiko picks up one of the players from FaZe Clan, that was lurking through inside attacker's spawn. You've still got the other 2 here, so Hiko has 2 to potentially take down. Hiko's going to find a 3rd on the round. The nade comes out. 1 more right around the corner. No nade damage coming in there. The satchel's going to come out from Hiko as you see Corey running right away. And
putting more pressure over towards B. And not a single alert, not a single presence. Down on the other side, there is a skirmish down long B, and it will be 100 Thieves to take it off, and a Hiko with another one onto Zachary. The entries are here. One more player to find, and it's right below him. Yes, Def goes down. Hiko turning up, and all of a sudden, he's fired up. Right in the sight he goes, even spamming through the incendiary. There's 2 players of FaZe Clan, and they're already deciding whether they want to back off against all 5 members of 100 Thieves. Potential again for a second flawless round in a row.
This is a charging towards this A site where you've got the Raze and Brim trying to anchor down. White Knuckles currently gripping their guns as you've got Corey right around the corner from Vent. Will spot out Pride, but now that gives away the dot. Marv currently backside hiding in the corner. You've got Psalm here with the Bucky. And it may not be much, but at close range, that gun can absolutely destroy you. We'll see if it's going to have an impact as they move close. They're going to be running straight towards that potentially. It's a 3-smoke execute with the Sage Wall coming in, so a default play. Psalm does get 1, so Valiant is sent out of play, but a quick red coming in from your boy Dre after Pride got the pickup. The Bomb Buddy actually gets stuck on the site. There's the Orbital Strike coming out, as well as the Neural Theft that gives the defense an opportunity to get back into the round, that brings things down to a 3-on-3. But now Hiko has to fight his way out because the problem is the time. There's only 8 seconds left. Look at the spike, though. It's gone over towards the B site. So well played, so well read from 100 Thieves in the battle. They're going to have about 2 seconds left as the spike gets planted.
And I love this play going down quickly in the spawn, and yes, it works as Pride gets Death. A 1v2 now for Zachary, but they're both looking, and they're sitting right here for him. He could maybe get a
first playing the Brim. Marv has a flank play potential, but going to have to battle out against Hiko. The dink shot comes through. There's the finisher, though, coming in from Venerated with the Hunter's Fury. Counter Hunter's Fury coming out from the other side. That'll at least connect 1 shot onto 2 targets, but the spike's been planted, and it's a 4-on-4 retake.
Psalm is so deadly with those. Venerated too, but Venerated is in perfect spot to catch out this flank. There's 2 players coming around this corner, but Death jumps right over, and there's a Neural Theft also in play. It's on the side of 100 Thieves. They spot the flank. He gets 1. Pride as well, trying to hold on a 1 versus 2, but only 5 HP. He's got the utility, though. He could make something happen with the delay to force the 1v1s. It's going to be so difficult, though, especially given that Corey's still up. He makes it work. He peeks a little too quickly, and there is the spike down to Molly, too. He runs away into U-Haul, and I think he's just done it. Zachary has no chance, not even a half spike defuse, and another round win for 100 Thieves.
Which at this point, FaZe Clan is starting to wonder if they're ever actually going to get it. Here goes the aggressive play on short. Oh my gosh! Marv lines up 3. They all peek at the same time, and they just wander in together. Venerated may have found 2, but it's down now to just 1. It's Hiko in a 1-on-3 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. So much happened so quickly in the round.
And they've already got a camera also on this A site. The spike is all the way down short, so a lot of room for Hiko to work with as it was all players on B. Marv, though, what a round for him to shut down the momentum of 100 Thieves. It looked good, but the lineup in the spray down is perfect. Hiko gonna opt to go to bathrooms, and I think that might end up really costing him as there's 2 players playing very passive on this A site with the camera too. Things will be very difficult for Hiko here.
Hiko trying to work through those showers. 40 seconds left. 2 players stuck around. He's the clutch god. We all know him from his days in Counter-Strike. Can he make it work here? The spike tapped on the default position, decides to shift angles and head over towards the APC. Knows there's at least 1 up in heaven. The recon dart just a little bit outside of the pulses currently. Waiting for that 3rd pulse to come through. Sends a rocket up. The showstopper? No. Not even damage dealt. Hiko currently dumping out his utility as best he can. Trapped over here in this corner, spots 1 over towards default. Knows there's 2 there. Has to take the fight back behind him. The one coming through from U-Haul, though, has the shotgun point. Does he time it right? That is the question. If he takes too long, he can allow them access to the site. But if he's too quick, they're going to be all clumped up and can potentially turn on them fast. There's the smokes coming out, the wall coming down. The orbital strike going out on site as well. Def still has not moved in on this flank, but there's Corey playing in from the U-Haul. 2 quick kills coming out from the Raze. Hiko has to come through again from the showers. Valiant's going to get tagged, and now Def can come in and strike from the backside of this play. Flanking through. Not going to hit the shot. Whiffs a little bit. Potato aim, but ends up getting the connection through the box. It's all down to Hiko. It's a 1-on-2. Again, the clutch god with the spike planted finds the duel against Tom. The nade's going to come down to do some additional damage. Playing off the side of the cybercades. It's a 1-on-1 that Hiko wins. 100 Thieves stay. So the other side has the res and the orbital strike as they go for the wall. They're likely going to drop that orbital strike to try and delay the plant. There it is coming out. The spike, though, potentially going down. It actually has to stop. It has to pull off. So now there's 4 players on the site. Even more friction on the site as they go for the plan.
Almost here, he gets knocked out too as they go through U-Haul. Valiate and Venerated combined onto Psalm and Corey, and all of a sudden Zachary and crew Pride, they all have to play a lot slower as they come through this corner. But Marv is still alive and he's made it work, but there's a showstopper down onto Zachary, and Venerated will also find Marv. Only one more player, it's Def. All the way up heaven. He has an operator, he can pick him off one by one, but Hiko was there to peek and he takes them.
And so it should be quite simple for them to get this round win, but we've seen rounds like this work out sometimes in the past. The ult gonna come in towards the site as Valiate actually hits that final shot after the Hunter's Fury connected. So it's a 5-on-4 as they continue to gain site control. The stim pack going down, boosting up that fire rate of the Vandals and Phantoms that are already working their way out. Bomb Buddy is in. There's one already working through the back hall. They don't prepare for Def, who's currently in the corner. Def actually manages to stay away a lot longer than you would expect with 1 HP. But now the spike's been planted, and it's going to be a 2-on-4.
2-on-4, and with the weaponry that they have, they do have presence on elbow, but it's just Psalm with the Bucky. The classic, he's usually good for 1, but maybe 2 if it's a hold that he's doing. But on the retake, there's almost no chance. They want to do, I honestly, everything else, unless they were able to magically pull out a round win, is not going to impact too much, as there's money in bounds for 100 Thieves on this final round of the half before sudden death. In this last one, Marv, who's been feeling it, he's somebody that they've got to be careful of. Special wall, and then come striking out of bathrooms with a lot of time too. They don't necessarily always put that spike down instantly because they want FaZe Clan to really come into the effect so that pinch can work out. Venerated with the owl drone. Yes, he gets the trap wire perfectly done, and there's the smokes.
So here we go. It all comes down to this, the fight on the site, to see if we're going to be going into that sudden death overtime. Pride with 1 HP barely escapes alive. The spike will be planted. It's going to be a 5-on-5 full fight on the A site. Utility being popped as satchels fly over the wall, trying to do some early scratch damage to the attacking side. The showstopper is going to come out. The rocket sent in. There's one right around the corner. Valiate can do nothing. The owl drone was in to spot out the position. The Sage trying to come in, go for the res. Your boy Dre does pick off. Psalm has a chance. There's the res coming in onto Valiate. Pride backs off. There's the spike tap coming in from the attacking side. They're holding it. Not like this, they say. Pride trying to get in position. They're still on the spike. No, they actually managed to pull them off. Pride brings it down to a 1-on-1. It's Marv versus the Cypher. Marv's gonna go for that ult pop as it's right towards the U-Haul, but the spike's gonna detonate. We are going to overtime. 12-12, all tied up.
And that really made it difficult for them, but Def on the offensive down low, and they've done this before. They're gonna have to back off as it's spotted. Well done on all sides. Caution is in the wakes. But Marv again onto Hiko. That's a big pickup. No ults available in this round in sudden death, and they're gonna quickly push up short because of that response, but they don't have Hiko on the alert this time.
That's actually a huge piece of the puzzle, too. That's worked out so nicely for them in the past. Pride, again, was able to clutch out that OT with the Molly. Can he do it a 3rd time? The spike's been planted. It's a 4-on-5. The numbers not in their advantage here as FaZe Clan is trying to work in on the retake. 100 Thieves. They've fought this hard. They've gotten it this far. But they're missing one piece, and it's a vital one at that. Hiko, the clutch god who managed to pick up a big round for them previously. Recon Dart's going to go down to try and spot out the positions. A huge wall coming in. A cyber cage behind it as well. They have to swing wide, but they actually managed to drop the one going for the stick on the spike. 2 players left to survive. They have to swing wide yet again, and it's just not working out at all. The spike going to be defused as FaZe Clan come out on top 13-12 in an absolutely